Hey, what's up, Roxstars? It's Rox with a little bit of talk about what's at the top of the blog. So let's get to it. I say I'm gonna take some time off, y'all. All the cashiers, they was like, somebody stole her truck. It was like you could hear it all throughout the store. This Rox coming to you today with a review for Love and Marriage Detroit, Love and Marriage Huntsville, our book 4, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Let's get to it, shall we? Y'all know I look crazy. This wig needs to be washed. And it's hot. And I ain't got no makeup on. First story up, you guys. Let's talk about that UPS cargo plane crash that happened in Louisville, Kentucky. Oh my gosh. Have you guys seen the images of that video? That shit is terrifying. Okay. I just told you guys in the last top of the blogs how the FAA has been having problems, manning the airspace and everything. This has nothing to do with the airspace per se, but I have some concerns about this. Anyway, let me just tell you guys, before I come in here with my conspiracies, let me just tell you guys what they're saying it happened. So they said that the plane was taking off, and as soon as it had taken off, there was some sort of explosion on one side of the plane, and then that caused the engine to detach from the plane. Okay, the plane was taking off, leaving from Louisville, Kentucky, and it was on its way to Hawaii. So it had 38,000 gallons of jet fuel in there. They said that's 220,000 pounds of fuel. Okay, so it was full. So of course, when the engine fell off and there was this explosion, the plane went immediately back down. It hadn't even gotten up in the air really good. And when you see the video of the plane as it's like skimming the top of some structures, it like started hitting the structures and everything. And when it finally crashed, I mean, just a damn tragedy, you guys. Scary. And now they're saying that this engine detached, and I'm gonna just go on with that. But I will also say that we just had them foil a bomb plot in one of the airports a few days before, and I don't know, you guys, it just makes me, we ain't had nobody report that they heard an explosion or anything like that, even though that's what they're saying, that there was some reason that it caught on fire and then the engine detached. But it just makes me wonder, like, what is going on with the airports? It is something all the time, and it starts to feel like they just not really telling the folks what's going on. Maybe I don't want to know. Because hell, I got to get on a plane soon. You better believe after this trip at Christmas, child, I don't plan on going nowhere for a while. I'm gonna sit my ass down because it's too much fucking craziness. Okay. And while I love a good trip like everybody else, I love my life even more. And I don't want to have to deal with the shit because of how the administration now has our country just in fucking shambles. Okay, so there's that. But yeah, they said the plane crashed just 3 miles south of the airfield. So when the plane took off, it was able to clear the fence. You know, the fence that's usually at the end of the airstrip when they take off. They said that it cleared the fence, but then it started to hit those structures and it went back down and just burst into flames. There were 3 crew members on there that all died, and then there were people on the ground, 9 people that they say have died, including a child. They still, I don't think, have identified all the bodies and all, but just a tragedy. And when you see the pictures and the videos of everything, I mean, that shit is scorched. I mean, everything is burnt up and just an awful mess. So very, very, very scary. Like I said, this doesn't have anything to do with the airspace and the FAA, but I mean, we just been hearing about all kind of just craziness, near misses, planes landing at the same time, crossing each other on the airstrips, near misses in the sky, planes, I mean, just so much confusion out there in the air. So remember I was telling you, like, how when these things when the government starts to make changes in one places, it's like a trickle down and so many things get affected. Well, this is just another example, because they're cutting out on the FAAs. Now we got unsafe skies, it feels. I would like to think that the skies are still, for the most part, safe, but it doesn't garner up enough flyer trust in these airlines when we know that people are there pissed off about their jobs, and those are the same ones that I'm supposed to expect to be able to make sure that I'm okay up in these friendly skies, or not so friendly skies these days. My heart goes out to all the people that were affected in that crash, especially those people that were on the ground everybody. Nobody knew that this was going to happen, but people that are innocently on the ground, like the people on the plane were innocent as well. It just was whatever the problem was with the engine, you guys. And I guess they'll do more investigation into that and wonder why that even happened. But again, if they don't have the staff to figure out the investigation, will we ever really know? Yeah, you guys, that's that on that. Prayers up for the families of those victims out there, and hopefully they don't find anybody else dead, and they can get back to recovery on that. All right, that's it on that. Next story up. Yesterday, you guys, was very sad because we found out that what is his name? Marshawn Nealon, who was a football player, an NFL football player for the Dallas Cowboys. You guys tell me that just this past, I guess the last game that the Dallas Cowboys played, he was responsible for the game-winning touchdown. I think the way I saw it on the video, that it was a fumble or a kick return. Y'all know I don't know shit about no damn football, but I saw the ball going back in the wrong direction, and he hurried up and ran after it and tackled, and landed on the ball within the touchdown zone. The end zone, is that what it's called? And that scored the winning touchdown for the team. So, everybody was happy for him. He was 24 years old. They said that he was brought onto the Dallas Cowboys as a second draft pick back in 2024. And, he always had dreams when he was, according to his agent, when he was a football player in college at West Michigan. Is it West Michigan? I'm sorry, you guys, I don't remember the school. Was it West Michigan? I want to get that right. I don't remember the school. I think it was West Michigan, but his agent said that, he had dreams and he really wanted to be a football player for the NFL, and then he was drafted on that second round, like I said. But they said that his mother, who also had big dreams of her son playing in the NFL, was very supportive of him and his career all the way up till then. His mother died 2 months, I think they said, before he was drafted. So his mom was never able to see their dreams realized, and that has always affected him. And he's always been sad about the fact that his mother is no longer here, which is understandable. He's a young boy, starting off a major change in his life, and his mother is no longer here to share it with him. So they said that he's always struggled with that. And, we've heard so many stories about football players and CTE, and, they said that he struggled with mental depression and other mental issues. And, yeah, you guys, apparently yesterday, or maybe, let's see, this is Friday. That was Thursday. So I think Wednesday night they said that he was having an episode. Something had happened. And his girlfriend had called the police and said that, that he was out there and he was a danger to himself, that he had a gun, and that he said he was going to end it all, and they were panicking, and they were trying to get in touch with his agent, his sports agent and all. But the girlfriend wanted the police to know that he's out there and he's dangerous. He has a gun. He's saying that he's going to kill himself, So they were trying to find him. Apparently they had spotted his vehicle, and the police were trying to apprehend him, and he led them on a chase. So they were chasing after him, trying to get him, and they lost him or something, or they couldn't get to where he was, and he ended up crashing his car. By the time they got to the car, it was crashed, and also he was dead inside from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Okay. And so, yeah, you guys, very, very sad. 24 years old. He's young, same age as Jada. And, very, 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 very sad. There's so many of our youth that struggle with mental disorders and unchecked. Like there's some things that some people need to do because these kids, for whatever reason, you know, a lot of them are struggling and having a hard time. Now, I just told you his story, but his story is not unique, as in where I'm hearing that there's so many young people that just feel so unhappy with life, and that's really concerning, you guys, to me. But anyway, him being a football player, and like I said, you know, we've heard so much about CTE and brain damage, and you know how there's never really any diagnosis that you can do until a person is dead and they study your brain. But you know, I wonder also if that was something he suffered from. He was a lineman, from what I understand. He looked like he was a big guy. And so I'm sure he's been banged up pretty good over his football career, especially if they said that he was as good as he was. And then what's really, really sad is the fact that everybody now, you know, when they talk about him, they say, you know, his smile was infectious. He would light up a room, you know, he would leave his mark on people when he was talking. I know those are things that folks say about folks, you know, when someone dies. But it also makes you wonder, like, when somebody who presents themselves as always being happy, always being positive, you know, things are going well, it looks like anyway, things are going well for them, you know, you just have no idea how much people are suffering quietly, you know, and it just pays to be nice to people, because you just really don't know what people are going through. And I know we say that, it sounds cliched whenever we say these things when people die and everything, but it's really the truth, you guys. People are struggling, having a hard time, and, you know, you wouldn't know it. You wouldn't know it. So, very, very sad situation. This is a young man who is no longer here. He's not going to, I don't think he was married. No, he wasn't, because he had a girlfriend. The girl's name is Catalina. I remember reading that. But, you know, he's wasn't able to start his family, didn't have children, you know, just so many things that he will not see now. And it's a lot of it is because of a mental disorder and just extreme depression and sadness about the, you know, his mother dying. And then also could be added into there some brain injury over years and years of playing and, you know, playing football. So very, 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 very sad, you guys. There's been a lot of people in the football world, the football community, and a lot of people, period, not just football players, but, you know, in the sports community as a whole, that have been giving their condolences and, you know, saying, you know, their well wishes for the family and things. Like I said, he was 24 years old. Rest in peace to Marshawn Nealand. All right, you guys, congratulations are in order to my Dodgers, my Los Angeles Dodgers. You guys saw them in the World Series last weekend when they beat out the Toronto what's the Blue Jays? Is that it? Yeah, Toronto Blue Jays. I was about to say Raptors. I only know basketball, y'all. That is basketball, right? Yeah, you guys, they won against Toronto in an 11-inning game, Game 7, you know, down to the very wire. They were tied all the way up. And I mean, Toronto, even though, you know, the West Coast is the best coast, you know, Toronto definitely gave the Dodgers, who were already the defending world champions, they gave them a run for their money. I've heard people say that this was probably the best World Series ever in history. Was Mr. telling me that one of the games went 18 innings or some shit like that, just kept on going and going and going and going, and now, I would start off, you know, Mr. would be watching the World Series in there, and I would start off, you know, kind of paying attention and everything, but them games was running too late. That shit was running way too late, so I would go to sleep, and then I would wake up the next morning and, you know, find out if the Dodgers did indeed win. I'm not a baseball person, so I didn't care that much, but, you know, we always got a rep. Always got a rep, you guys. Anyway, yeah, so the Dodgers won. But I really wanted to talk more about the all of the ads and the memes and this shit that came out. Well, first of all, when the Dodgers played Not Like Us in the credits that rolled for the World Series, child, I mean, it was just a... Child, what are the chances that you have Kendrick Lamar and Drake, who are in just the biggest widely known beef just a couple of years ago, that shit has still carried on to this day, and then you have the cities that each live in and represent are battling each other in a World Series. I mean, How exactly does that happen, right? And then, not only did Kendrick Lamar win in Drake's, in that beef, we already declared Kendrick Lamar as the winner there. Not only did Drake lose when he tried to sue Kendrick Lamar, even though it was UMG, even when he tried to sue, he lost there. Then we turn around to the damn World Series and Toronto loses in the World Series to the LA Dodgers. Child, I'm telling you, Drake is cursed. He is cursed. Drake is cursed, okay? And he didn't put that curse right on the city. Child, I don't know, but I know Drake has to be over there just wondering, honey, because those ads were, like one of the Roxstars said, brutal. Child, they was really, really rough. The memes, honey, I was just like, y'all just not gonna let up, huh? Nope, they not gonna let up. And it was just one more reason to laugh at. I'm not laughing at Toronto. I love some of my Torontoians. Hey, Sophia girl. But no, but what I'm saying is, like, man, Drake just continues to lose. I know he is not a part of the Toronto baseball team. However, it just feels like Drake lost one more time, child. If I was Drake over there, I would just take a long break. I wonder what they would have played if Toronto would have won. Baby girl, let me see you do your dance. Let me see you twirl. Let me see you do Tam and Clone Girls. Let me see you in the club with your own world. Your own world. Because he ain't had a damn hit ever since. That was be the only song. And that's Party Next Door song, isn't it? So, like, I don't even know what they would have played. It was destined, you guys. It's okay. It's okay. Everybody can't win all the time. But, West Coast. We got that shit on lock. I love LA, you guys. Even though I was just there and I was so saddened by how my city looks. Child, they've just really destroyed Crenshaw Boulevard. Like, over there where my dad, Crenshaw 48th, it is ridiculous. Like, you wouldn't even know. I mean, it looks nothing like it did back when we used to be out on that street. I know I've complained about it many times, but every time I go there, my heart breaks a little bit. Because I'm just like, this is not the Crenshaw that I used to be cruising up and down on Sunday nights. They done took all the greenery away. They done put all them stupid ass high rises up. It's just awful. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to get on off of that. Congratulations to my LA Dodgers. This is their second go around as back-to-back World Series champion. I mean, they've won World Series in the past, but I'm saying that this was a back-to-back for them. Maybe we can get a three-peat. What y'all think? Go Dodgers. All right, you guys, Mackenzie Scott. You guys know Mackenzie Scott, Jeff Bezos' ex-wife, who got that huge, got to be one of the largest, if not the largest, divorce settlement when she broke up from Jeff Bezos. And I'm telling you, their story is still amazing to me, how this man started as a online bookstore dealer, and it turned into Amazon, which is just globally just humongous now. It's like, it's amazing to me. Anyway, his old wife, he didn't got rid of her and he got him a new model. Okay, just younger, cuter, whatever. But that don't matter, because Mackenzie got the money, got half of the fucking money. And she got so much money, she's just like, what am I supposed to do with this? I can't spend all this money. So she said that she was going to donate it back when they got the divorce. And she's been keeping true to her word ever since. And she has been donating money all over the place. Now, one place that she has truly helped was the United Negro College Fund. I told you guys about that. And we've had a lot of HBCUs that have benefited from her donations to the United Negro College Fund. They're divvying out the money and sending it amongst these HBCUs who truly need it, because you guys know that YSAP's administration has cut a lot of funding to the HBCUs, and it was already a needed funding to begin with. It's not like the HBCUs are swimming in money. Joe went to an HBCU, Mr. went to an HBCU, one of my best friends, Simone's, went to an HBCU, so it's like, they all will tell you that these schools have a hard time. So Mackenzie has been keeping true to her word. She just recently gave a huge donation I talked to you guys about a couple of weeks ago to United Negro College Fund. Now we just find that she's given a second huge donation to Spelman College out here in Georgia, in Atlanta, Georgia. And she's giving it on with no restriction. She just said that the school needs to use this $38 million donation to further, the school, basically to realize all of the goals of the school, to make attendance and people that's trying to go to that school, make it more affordable for people. Maybe they're able to offer more scholarships and things like that, to betterment of the courses there, you know, the teachers, the staff, you know, just everything there. Whatever they need that $38 million for, she's given that to them freely and told them to just do what you got to do to make sure the school gets better. Okay. Like I said, this is her second donation she gave back in 2020. She gave them $20 million. And she's also giving money to, like I said, to Clark Atlanta University out here in Atlanta. She gave money to the Howard University. You know, she's given to a lot. I think I just told you guys that she had given to Alabama. So yeah, I am cool with Mackenzie, because Mackenzie is over there, you know, making a difference. Like, you got this money, and she just putting her money where her mouth is. And I think that's very admirable, because she doesn't have to do it. She doesn't belong to that community. You know, she has proven to be a true ally, child. I mean, she is invited to all of the cookouts. So yeah, you guys, it's good to hear that there are people out there that still care about the betterment of education here in the United States, because we already know that the current administration, they don't really think too much about the education. I mean, look, the country is being run by a whole bunch of dummies right now. You got fucking Kennedy over there at the Department of Health and Human Services, and he child, what is he doing over there? Just creating and running, causing a havoc. Did the man even graduate from college? You know, his whole family said he an idiot, and nobody wanted to pay attention. Now look, child. Anyway, child, I think that's gonna be that on that. Do I have anything else to talk about? Let me look at my notes. Nope, I don't think I have anything else that I want to talk about. It feels like I'm leaving out something, but I can't think of it right now, you guys. So anyway, I'm gonna let y'all go. Get on back in this house and get this shit edited for you guys, because I have been making videos all day today. You guys, this is my third video that I've done today, because I had to do Power, Book 4, Force. I just put Reasonable Doubt up on today, which is Friday. So this is going to be up on Saturday, and then Tommy's show review will be up on Sunday. And then Real Housewives of Potomac will be up on Monday, y'all. We gonna get this money at the end of the year. I ain't been getting no good checks the whole damn year, because I've been playing, but we gonna do it right. We gonna close out the year right, y'all, so I can get some bills and shit paid off. All right. Okay, y'all, that's it. I'm gonna get on off of here. Take this damn wig off. It's hot as hell. Okay. We do this every single week. So make sure you thumbs up the video, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you come back. Until next time, rock stars.